Hi guys, my name is Crystal and welcome to my YouTube channel, and this is what I look like when I come back from walking the dog. My hair is all over the place. I didn't put a coat on, but my hands are frozen and I'm a bit red in the face. Alexa, what's the time please?
It's 7:49 p.m.
So guys, I'm at home by myself. I'm receiving Facebook messages from Facebook dating. I put a couple of new pictures on there. I am a single woman, and one of them was a Donald Duck t-shirt and a pair of shorts, which it was warm this morning. Okay, so somebody said they liked my pictures. Me, Crystal. I'm Crystal, I'm a female and I'm single and I'm trying to date. So after talking to Ian and Michael on Facebook dating, because I haven't found anybody yet, so to get a date, oh, there's something the ceiling upstairs. I'm trying to do a video, guys, come on. Screaming and thumping the ceiling. So basically, I was talking to Michael and Ian before I left. One of them said they liked my pictures. The other one said he would like to meet me. I am single. I'm entitled to dates. Before I went out, my mother called the phone just after 6, I believe. Jennifer called me on the phone, my mother. I didn't answer the call. I couldn't find the phone. I'd actually left it in my coat pocket when I went out this afternoon with Max for a walk earlier on in this afternoon. This afternoon, when my neighbour upstairs was out, the field was absolutely quiet. There was hardly anybody on it, and I didn't have any trouble when he was out. When he returned just after 5 p.m, things started to change. The whole street had been deadly quiet. I don't know, maybe it was just a coincidence, but when he returned, it started to get very noisy down the street. It started to get noisy upstairs again, and I'd had peace and quiet for a few hours when he was out. And when I went out just now, I felt awful. And we know who's top dog, and it certainly isn't me, because I felt like horrible just now. I went out, put some rubbish in the communal bin, went down Common Creek Wharf. Now the big girl on the corner, there's a man that goes in there, like the man that came up to me in the co-op, and he gave me his number. She's a nice girl. She's a large lady, and she lives over there. So I went past there, past Common Creek Wharf, past the riverside, and as I was going round the corner towards the road, the path down towards the co-op, there was a load of people all over the path, a whole family with a black dog, and there was a lady with a small child. She was dressed in a grey tracksuit, black hair, and she had a little child. And this family was coming at this woman, and she really didn't have any space to get past them. And I was behind her. And as I was walking past, she went, who's angry today? To Max, because he started barking at the black dog. And the woman said to Max, who's angry today? Well, it certainly isn't me. Carried on walking towards the co-op, got onto the field, and right at the back of the field, opposite, a load of cars were parked, and people were making noises, and jeering and going, at the back, opposite. Right across the field, where the factories are, I think there's some houses, and the boots of cars were open, and there were some people round the back. I noticed at lunchtime there was a few people leaning on the railings, staring opposite. They were making noises. carried on walking around the field, and there was this big blonde lady with glasses on her head, bright bleached blonde hair, chubby, in a dress and a jacket. And she was walking with a man that resembled the neighbour upstairs. He had glasses on his head, and the dog was called Marley. And it bounded over towards Max. They didn't appear to be friendly. They didn't smile. And they just turned their heads and went, Marley, Marley. And then they turned their heads. They didn't appear to be friendly. I didn't approach them because I feel like people are against me. That's the way I feel. Walked past them, round there, and this man with a big black dog called Frida, and a scarf like round its neck, you know, like gangsters wear. This dog had a scarf round its neck. It was called Frida, and that dog started coming over towards me and Max, and he went, Frida, and she bounded off. He turned his back, didn't look at me, and walked on. And then the man with the pug dogs walked onto the field. He turned his back on me. I walked up, walked around, and when I got to just near opposite the co-op, there was a man a bit taller than the man that approached me and gave me his phone number the other week, and he was stood staring at me eating a sausage roll. He was just stood there eating a sausage roll in front of my face. He didn't smile, and that woman had said, who's angry today? Just stood there yutting a sausage roll in front of my face. I had a bowl of sushi yesterday. I've had a big breakfast for dinner. I'm not hungry. Carried on walking down the road, and it's getting pretty bad now. It's going to get to a point when I'm either going to get attacked verbally or physically. I can feel it coming. And I'm going to need some sort of protection because it felt hostile out there tonight. Very hostile. It felt hostile. And it did at Blue Water feel hostile. Came into the flat where I am now, and I've gone through the Facebook dating, and there's nothing wrong with me, guys. I'm a middle-aged woman of 53. I'm trying to get on with my life, move on, and meet someone to have company with. What is wrong with that? It gets worse when I put photos up on Facebook dating. Someone goes really like a maniac. On one occasion, somebody said to me a few years back, take those photos off, and ordered me about. But I'm very, very slim figure for my age. It's a good figure for my age. I'm decent for my age. So what is wrong with these people? There are people on television bigger than me. What is wrong with the people outside? Why are they so hostile? I mean, when I watch a TV programme, say Katie Price is in it, or a racing driver, you know, if I met them in the street, I'd be shocked. I'd smile. I might go up and ask for their autograph. I wouldn't want to throw darts at their head or daggers at them. I mean, really, it's evil. It just felt so hostile, and of course, you know, when I try and do videos now, I'm having to shout above people making noises and dogs barking. And the guy that was stuffing the sausage roll in his face had jeans on like my mother, and a can of drink stuck out of his jeans pocket. So they're all trying to hide the truth again. They're all trying to hide it. And this is what happens when you tell the truth. People don't want the truth to come out, and they make you the villain when I'm the victim, and I'm used to it. And some years back when I was alive, my dad was having me followed. He was having me followed. One of his workmates followed me and listened outside telephone boxes. My father had me followed, and one of his workmates listened to a conversation outside the telephone box, went back to my dad, and my dad pushed me against the kitchen table and said, "Who are you talking to?" I said I was talking to my ex-husband. I need to speak to my kids. You know, my kids, I've got contact session with my kids. I said I was talking to my ex-husband, and this was to my dad. "You can't talk to your ex-husband." I said, "Well, my daughter's 6 years old and she can't pick up the phone herself." And he went, "I don't want you to talk to your ex-husband," and he shoved me against the kitchen table and he caused me an injury. And again, he wasn't arrested. He would not let me talk to anybody. He wouldn't let me talk to my kids on phone contact sessions. He was having me followed. Right? So I suffered not only sexual abuse from my dad, but also physical violence. And the police at no occasion offered me protection or safety. They mucked about and said stupid crap. And he got away with it. He caused me physical harm. I went to the doctors about my father instigating domestic violence on me, his daughter, because he wouldn't let me date anybody either. He wanted me for himself. And the police did absolutely nothing, as usual. And now my dad says, "Who's doing this now? What's going on? Who's getting jealous because I'm putting pictures up on dating sites and wanting to meet someone and have a bit of company? Who's making people say nasty things to me and treating me like shit because there's nothing wrong with me, you're just jealous?" Right, I'm going to get on with the rest of my evening. And I hope your jealousy, right, makes you happy. Because your jealousy is making me extremely unhappy, but I bet you're glad about that. They're covering up abuse, guys, and my dad's dead and there's no need to do it anymore. And my mum wants me to go up and see her tomorrow. My mum that wears the jeans and stuffs things out of her back pockets. My mum wants to see me. Right? I am in control. I will go outside. I will do what I want to do. And the bully won't stop me. See you later.